Well, hello guys, it's Todd, the One Lucky Penny Guy, and if you were coming to this website, somebody either told you about it or you stumbled on it by accident, but I am Todd Conitzer. I'm otherwise known as the One Lucky Penny Guy, and I want to thank you for tuning in and finding out what in the world is going on with this whole thing. It all started with a penny I found on the ground, and I happened to trade it until I got to Winnie the Winnebago. And the whole goal was just a joke on my wife, but it turned into something bigger, and that was to possibly live out a dream to shake Jay Leno's hand. And that's where we're at. We are coming to the conclusion. This is Sunday. In 4 days, I am embarking on a journey to drive across Route 66 to California to try to shake Jay Leno's hand. I know it sounds goofy, but if you're not new to the website, you're wanting updates. If you are new, you have to catch up. There's a lot that's happened in the last few months. You got to click on my face up above to hear the background of the story. But I'm here to tell you about updates. So here's the updates. One, you probably read down below that my camcorder was stolen out of the truck, and I was actually just devastated. It felt like somebody just beat me up because it was money that was donated to me by you guys that entrusted me, that all the money that came in helped fix Winnie, helped repair the roof, helped replace the carburetor, helped do all the repair work on Winnie, and I was sitting there going, how can I let this happen? You know, how can I not lock my truck because of that camcorder was also part of doing the video updates. Well, I found my old camcorder and I dusted it off, and I had to do something to it because it shut off and on, and it seems to be working. It might be a God thing in itself, and I can use a microphone, which is good because you can hear how loud the cicadas are right now, and you guys will be able to hear me, and I can do interviews and stuff. So this might be a God thing in itself. I don't know. So we are still on. Thursday is the start date to leave on the journey. Now, Winnie is all fixed up. Now, thanks to all like GBS Customs, Rick, who helped design the website you're looking at. He just jumped in and wanted to help out some way in New York, and I didn't know Rick before this journey. Then we have John and Julie, who came on at the beginning, and they're up in Iowa. And we've got Robert with Gethsemane Farms, and Kanza Swamp made that One Lucky Penny song. And Candy Wipes, Hannah's out in California. And Insane Joe and Insurance Mortgage with the bus, the Chiefs bus, and Six Sigma Ranch. They have a winery out in California they want me to come by and take a look at. And Rawl. I cannot say enough about Rawl either, because Rawl not only has $7 Millionaire bumper sticker, he also has Rawls-Mall.com, which is a great site and you ought to check it out. But I started sitting there and it's like, okay, all the money that came in I used to repair Winnie, and I started preparing for this trip. And I'm going to stop on Route 66. I'm going to drive about 4 or 5 hours a day and interview people and ask them about their dreams. Because dreams kept coming in, you guys remember, and the dream book started to grow. And so I started doing these blank bumper stickers here, which are awesome, because you've got Jeff, he wants to win an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. And you've got In Memory of Reed and Franna Weedman from Dennis, and Support Our Troops from Andrea, because she wants her husband to come home. And then you've got George Hartline, who wants to perform on Conan O'Brien or Jay Leno. It goes on and on. But that's not all the people in the book. And so how can Todd, a house painter here in Kansas, help people try to live out a dream? And I kept asking myself that. And so here's where we're at. We're at a crossroads. I took this blind leap of faith to even put a date on this thing, because it's going to require about $2,000 to drive Winnie to California and back. And being self-employed, it's going to hurt a little bit because I'm not going to be able to be working and stuff. So I still want to make the journey. And we are going to need a little bit of a miracle. And I think a part of that miracle started coming in yesterday, because I logged on, and out of nowhere, Rawl with Rawls Mall, and you've seen videos with Rawl and pictures with Rawl. I didn't know Rawl before this journey, and out of nowhere he donated $50 to help with gas money. And now, you know, I had some other money come in from some penny sponsors on the ceiling and stuff. And so basically we're at $1,900. And that's like, you know, I started thinking anything's possible. You know, if this is actually a God-sized dream and a God-sized, he wants this journey to happen, then you can't not expect it to happen. So here's my deal. Here's what I can do, right? I can make sure everything's ready to go in Winnie. I can have food packed. I can have the video equipment like we're working on here. I can do the live web shows, and I'm going to be working on that tomorrow, working those kinks out so you guys can chime in. I could be ready on my point, and then we'll just see how things are blessed. So if you feel led to, you know, help partake and maybe make a donation, hey, that's great. There's a link on the side. But we're going to watch to see what happens. And if it happens or if it doesn't happen, I'm sure we're going to witness something that is totally amazing in itself. And I've been so blessed just in the last few months from being on radio stations and TV stations and having so many people from around the world share with me their dreams for their life. It's a humbling experience. So my little dream of just trying to shake Jay Leno's hand is pretty small in comparison. I just think of how much it would be awesome to just live this to fruition, not just for me, but for everyone. Everyone that's donated money, everyone that's believed in me, a house painter, and just so we can all see it come to a conclusion on that aspect. And then what happens after that? My dream is, after that, is there some way that I can drive Winnie around to meet people in the dream book and help them live out a dream? I don't have a bunch of money or anything like that, but wouldn't that be awesome to bring this right to your doorstep and somehow, some way, see how that plans out? And sometimes we fall guilty because we don't ask for big things from God, and we just get complacent. And so let's see what happens. Never hurts to ask, right? So tune in tomorrow, every single day from here on out, because there's going to be something new, and I'm going to do live web shows. From here on out, you're going to see some incredible things. So dare to dream. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. And hopefully we can have a setup here on how possibly a live web show is going to go, and maybe I can do a live web show tomorrow or Tuesday. So thanks so much for tuning in. Dare to dream, and follow the journey as it goes. So Jay Leno, I'm heading your way, buddy. Talk to you guys soon.